Those who committed a great downfall will definitely see the Buddha. By reciting the 100 syllables of secret mantra, fools will gain intelligence and the unfortunate will gain fortune. Disaster and suffering will be eradicated. Even perpetrators of the 5 heinous deeds can be purified by reciting the 100 syllables. In lifetime after lifetime, they'll be born in emperors' families. Eventually, they'll be liberated and achieve Buddhahood itself.
这了虽然移动长毛的直播能早晚能打，全部能也没被新冠年的人民长毛的就是说，其实连这了一切性见了地方人这吧，没机会特没，这咱呢下过餐厅是有第与他呢伢都没机会特没难呀，让人呢查些个，解决两边卡车咱们一切呢这吧餐厅没。It
is said that if you exert yourself at this, minor and moderate transgressions will be fully purified. Even major ones will not increase, they will be suppressed and gradually purified. Generally, if you develop a belief in karma and result, it will be impossible not to feel remorse for wrongdoing, and then your confession will be authentic. That will purify your being, and there will be no way not to develop experience and realization. But we just follow the customs of the monasteries and race through the recitation out of obligation without genuine belief or regret. The fact that experience and realization vie with turtle fur for rarity seems to come down to this. That completes the instructions on Vajrasattva found in the Torch of True Meaning. So that completes the transmission of these.
다 이게 가서 어디 엄마홍 이게 엄마홍 숨 가서 어디 깨고 그래서 때 가라서나 아니디 가서디 자와라 지울라다 꾸도징어 이게 아가고 짐발라 송도징어 이게 아마고 투갈라 투도징어요 이거 홍팅가 근데 지금 참 공부요 알았어.
As we began this morning, when we visualize Vajrasattva, we should then, after we visualized Vajrasattva, we should visualize that in his 3 places there are the 3 Vajra essences of the body, speech, and mind, the letters Om, Ah, Hum. And the reason, or how we meditate, is that we visualize at the crown of his head there is the essence of the Vajra essence of the essence of the Vajra body, a white Om, the essence of the Vajra speech at his throat, a red Ah, and the essence of the Vajra mind, a blue Hum, at his heart.
두개 홍디 이제 가수에 도갈다 홍지 지난 디나세도 샤비미나 애네들이 송도 가사디 내숨도야 루숨 되네야 두개기 메샤상으로 다 들려야 가수에 루숨 정도 마스비야 두개 메샤들이야 나왜 긴고로 띵도 다 홍이 가고 드니지 바지 공고 맨로 대바지 공고 이스레 두개 참여.
Now, in visualizing the Hum at the heart, it is as it is explained here. It says his 3 places are marked by the 3 seed syllables. And then in the lower part of his heart, on a lotus and moon seat, is a white Hum. So the white Hum is in the lower part of the heart.
군주 chanju 있습니다. 다다가다 지고래. 군주 chanju 있음기. 뭐니 군주 chanju 있음이 말라. 대 넘버 되네. 다와가비 넘버 인데바. 진지지곰. 전에 빼마지곰, 당부 빼마지곰. 디데나. ninjung samba tsunge sarwe dili tsunjeli pemajikom dei dindu kuzu chanju kisim tsunjeli dawan karbojikom dei dindu tundam chanju kisim tsunjela doji gabu zengaba dili jikom da di doji gabu gomnan jigido doji gabu magomnaya da kandara hun karbojikom na paji jigi gire tu nizmebe ishi tsunje gida 진짜 가서 홍가버지kom 다 텔레베스 트레네 다 20지엔라고 있어요.
The moon is a symbol of relative bodhicitta, as I described before. So in essence, it is relative bodhicitta. In form, it is a white moon. And so first we visualize the lotus, which is a symbol of renunciation. Then on top of that, we have the moon as a symbol of, the white moon as a symbol of relative bodhicitta. And on top of that, we visualize a five-pronged vajra, or not. It's okay to visualize it or not. It is also fine to just visualize the white letter hum. And this white syllable hum is a symbol of the non-dual wisdom of the Buddhas. Then we imagine that light radiates from this and invites the wisdom deities.
다마시레 디 홍가버디 타고로도 응진 거야지 아래.
And now around the white hum there is also the mantra garland, which I will explain later. And then the light radiates out and strikes everything. And the way it radiates is like when the sun rises at dawn. As the sun comes over the mountains at dawn, its light fills everywhere. Similarly, we visualize that the light radiates out and fills all of the world realms in the 10 directions.
간다슬라오르다 디기 외스르디 초주기 지딘 감 람점의 수비 야와서다 제베 다 투걸라 포버점기 안데르비 야와서다 제바 탐지 런이기 디버종에 런이 제수 잡았다 디버종에 체르도 도지센베기 남발이야 최네 안 카와 부유수바는 신기 가와 봐봐도 부유수스르잖아 롱겨야 저러다 가와 부유수바는 신기 듣는 가르수를 배 상가를 제제 딱 간다 배섬 이미게 봐 근데 주편에 에너지 가수로 돼요 팀송 사브라니 가르수에 민주분 가르쳐야 돼 도시선 number 7 팀송 사브를 매버치고 있으래
The light radiates out to all of the universes and all the world realms in the 10 directions, and it strikes all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in those realms. The moment it strikes them, then in order to accept you as their student, and in order to purify your misdeeds and obscurations, then they come like snow in a blizzard. So snowflakes in a blizzard, the blizzard means like there's a lot of wind. So they're all in a swirling blizzard. This means that they're really like they're crowding and rushing to come to you. And so they all come and then they dissolve into the form of Vajrasattva that you are visualizing.
어다 딘데 팀네 군조 군류기 ngol 쇼송 삼바르지 다 군조 군류기 등이야 다 가사 찍마야 도지 셈바스다 하 찍마야 하 탐진 리베 넘버 되네 도지 셈베 넘버이나 뭐 되네 야와 탐진 리베 등이 야와 탐진 리베 뭐 딘데지 주도 삼바르들 매바 차고 다 띵에 가장 어디 쉬는 신기 쉬지 개 참고래샤.
And so when they dissolve into him, then he becomes like the embodiment of all of the victors, the embodiment of all the Buddhas. And so in this way, he is not just one deity, but he is all of the deities. In form, he is Vajrasattva, but in his essence, he has the character of all the Buddhas, the essence of all the Buddhas. And so as I mentioned yesterday, this is extremely important.
但你拿到了呀，一些不坚长的定不嘛到别，在了稳固的的钱，这个呢，谁不送面病就是啥呢？但是么花钱想这么弄。
Now here in the instructions, it mentions that they dissolve into into him, but they do not talk about granting an empowerment, and so I will not discuss that.
天不能，王古这个七就是啥呢？那边这么大三角哇，这里我们没几个拉不来是，王古古看这么大三角。ဒီကောတဲ့အမလားထမထားစေတဲ့စနလာမကြီးလာဘရစတော့ဒီစံပါထမထကြည့်ရနာတော့ဒီစံပါတဲ့ဒီတုပ်ခန္ဓာကြောင့်ရဲစလာရဲစတဲ့လာမတိသမညံချပါစံနာဒီလာရဲစတဲ့ဒီကိစ္စကြောင့်
When we talk about bestowing the empowerment, then there is the phrase in the empowerment that reads, "His body is filled, his stains are purified." And so once there was someone who came to see a lama and said, well, when we visualize giving an empowerment to Vajrasattva, his stains are being purified. And if he's got stains, then how can he purify anyone else's stains? And the lama said, hey, you've broken Samaya, get out of here.
Now that is shame watch the teen and shame watch. That the name Dibajo is sent him here.
Next is the supplication to purify your misdeeds and obscurations.
That Dibajo saw the big Gaulia. Rani Tamebe Nabachini, but a Delia. Tamebe Nabachi, you son, rank and dundo, sendi Pama. Young Kashi son is a year the Yuen, Padama, the Yen Paguel, the Yungudu. Young Kashi can be Jacoran, Dunisha, the Yungudu. That Karchi and the Jinser Paji. Then a Dendin come in the what? Tea Kashin and Jigger. Padma Yale go out the Kashi and Jardin Dune go out the Mamusto. Tak Andarian Zave Padama Surgube Janin Paramis Simja Tamzi, Tak on the US Sabachi. That Simja Tamzi Sedusane, that in Narola, Roger Tamzi and Dudiare. Roger Tamzi Dudusane. Any Tundru is a duar. Tundru is a Dudusan. Babum Busin Tamjin Dudiorwa. Babum Busin Tamjin Dudi, Babum Busin is a chocolate cells of Jorta, Mima, which is the Madian Jordan. Do chocolate and yen take a sound. Bukangela get chocolate, Koyalan tomorrow. Dream Duzana Gabdelia Simjan Tamje, but Tundru Juba Tamje. Then it got rare. Me Ludian the Kuni, me Denzian the Kuni. Then it's a chat the show of his the check years of a beverage. Then the chat, Uncle Miss Egan, 200,000 million, reading the Gui Uncle, then did with the Garo, the Mendo, or 3 Lusana, the Congo years, the Sungare.
Now, when we are supplicating, we visualize ourselves in our ordinary form. And then we imagine that in front of ourselves are our parents from this life. So actually there are different versions and different instructions. Some say that you visualize them to your right and left and visualize your enemies in front of you. And that's also fine. it's not necessarily fixed what you need to do. In some instructions, you say that you visualize your parents to your right and left, or your enemies in front, and so forth. Whichever you do is fine. In any case, you visualize that you're surrounded by all sentient beings, with your parents of this life first and foremost. So you're surrounded by enemies, friends, and all those in between. Now, when we say all sentient beings, this of course includes all 6 classes of beings, and that means that it also includes the animals. And when we talk about including animals, then this means that it also includes bugs and parasites. And when you start thinking about bugs and parasites surrounding us, then we start wondering, how is it that bugs and parasites can prostrate? Like if you have a worm can't even stand up. So how could a worm possibly do a prostration? So for that reason, when we visualize the animal, we imagine that they all become human in form. They have human bodies, and then that they prostrate and make the offerings. And if we visualize in this way, I think it also becomes like a connection for all the animals to also later achieve human bodies.
다 차세단이야. 다당아랑 주지 차세단, 베베기 차세단. 다는신 개규 자나게 비규난데 차세단, 개규난데 차세단 대주. 당아랑 주기 유롱배 검수 수수고 롱배 검수 규모만 임으로 진 사람한테 야가 차로 돼 인사 말해. 엄마디 러비 이징게 탕게 러비 러저 이징디 야를 주두사나 고주 차세두사네 차를 지도 야랑 마대 저로다 아주 로셀 차를 야랑 야마 야라 시살법 지거로 봐 대치두산 야가르도 개모쇼 고수들 비무지 마쭉 다가라니야 하르소레마 구구치야마 야랑아 되면도 비규난데 개규난데 되어 때 고수 개모션 아 고수 개모션아 제바면도 다 가다르제 그바 있나 단지도로다 인지민지디 가르소다 제바스금 딱 한달 가르면에 진디지 레샤 당마디 이제 어다 네 인비스안에 간다야 룽아 예수 교회권에 차세하다. 다나지 하벌도 금들이야. 되는 응아르지기 딕발라. 그래서 코베나로 독송한다고. 독지 쇼르송나. 다 심데 시부지 예심 슉 타고 시부지 연구로 봐. 드레인 주산에 진짜게 또는 응아르지기 딕발라. 콩도 독송한다고 이제 봐. 친지 배 솔라파는 디베기 배 가서 디베레다 탐지 류당하라베 라렌트 주도 파세레 군론 잠이야 디베드주 가서 군론 잠이야 미교아 거기 이냐마로 진짜게 톱니보데 상에 거네 소수 운제钱 소수 운제로钱 심지어 탐지 딘지도 되네
Now, in terms of the manners of prostrating, there's the Tibetan way of prostrating, there's also the Chinese way of prostrating, but it seems that these are actually particular ways of prostrating for each particular country. And these aren't the Indian way of prostrating. There was a Chinese translator named I Ching who went to India during the Tang Dynasty. And when the Tibetans were prostrating, then...
Chinese.
When the Chinese prostrated at that time, then they would stand up and then bow down, touch all 4 limbs to the ground, and then get back up and bow down again. And the Indians started laughing at them because in India they didn't get up. They just kneel on the ground and then bow down to the ground as a sign of respect. So it's not like we do in Tibet where you stand up and they bow down and then stand all the way back up. They don't do that. At any case, you can visualize the prostrations in any manner. What's fine is if you have respect, then that is fine. And so you prostrate with your body, speech, and mind. And in particular here, you make the recite the supplication where you regret your past misdeeds as intensely as if you had drunk poison. So if you swallow poison, you regret it really intensely. And so you regret it intensely like that. And then also you have the resolve that even at the risk of your own life, you will never do such misdeeds again. This is not just not merely doing them with your body and speech. It is also the strong desire to stop yourself from even having the motivation in your mind, to not allow yourself to be moved by that motivation, to block that entirely. And so if you do this, then the first two of the four powers are complete. And so imagining in this way, then you as the chant master lead you as the umze or chant master lead all sentient beings in reciting a supplication to purify misdeeds.
또 가르쳐다지 꿀리 뉴지 균총 랑게 쇼는 마쇼 뉴지 균지 류디 난탐지 강네 에너지 가르쳐 다게 티 나는 숨바단 신경 미세게지 야 지기 야 딕딥 정화라 야 그런거라지 디바다 디바 탐지 낙서 두고 대비 나바사로 다가나 신기 내기를 탐지 이나 에너지 낙차가 남바다보다 된 둥기 기르기면은 에너지 야한테서 jen생이 심정이 남바다고 디벌라서에 심정이 남바다고 다 진짜가 거는 가스레 지 베네 플러드 스타면 출로주고 나시 다 진짜베 가스레 소수기 지 법이 부가당 다가는 오고네마 퇴네 상게 타송 냠바라고 진짜기 가르쳐야 미버체가 이거다.
Just by supplicating, because Vajrasattva is controlled or overwhelmed by his compassion, then nectar, wisdom nectar, begins to flow from his body. It enters you through the crown of your head and fills your body. And as it fills your body, it purifies you of your misdeeds and obscurations. In the instructions, it describes how you visualize for the specific types of obstructions. You visualize that all of your past misdeeds and obscurations are carried out of your body in the form of soot and sludge. All of the different illnesses are carried out of your body in the form of pus, blood, and lymph. And all the duns, the spirits that cause sickness, are cleansed from you in the form of parasites and filth. And so these all exit you, and it's like there's a big rush, a big flood of all of them leaving your body, exiting you through all of your pores and through your lower orifices. And you visualize that you have been cleansed and purified.
텔레야 당행에 고도슈바나 신기 토게기 메살이 홍이 까르보 디 홍이 까르보 디 타거도 이기 자뱅아 이기 자뱅아 나기 총아 까르보 나고 치르덴바 단 나게 동디 치러를 봐 된대봐 근데 체 나고도 치돌 된대봐 유니즘 예골 주의키원 남신기 다들이 이제 공부이스래 드레인들이 뒤진 법장 지하디 조디 투게 앙고르텔리 뒤지법 앙고르텔리 뒤지기 봐 오니 이시 봐라 남반이 뒤지 남바 뒤지 가르베 남바 되게 도지스템베기 루기 난 감지 강하네 마숑을지도 말류는 샤기 태보네마 규네 랑게 지원은 마슈들이지 가서래 아니면 버차이스래
As I mentioned said before, the white letter Hum in Vajrasattva's heart is surrounded by the mantra garland. These are the 100 syllables that surrounding the letter Hum. And this mantra garland is white in color. The letters face outward and they go around it clockwise, go around the syllable Hum clockwise like the coils of a snake. And so they begin in front and go around. Now, the nectar flows from these, and so the nectar primarily begins at flowing from the mantra. And the nectar itself is, in essence, it is wisdom. In form, it is the white Amrita nectar. It completely fills Vajrasattva's body, and then because no more will fit, it begins pouring out of him through his big toe, and then from his big toe, it enters you through the crown of your head.
단도 티 가세 나로 완전 서기 쓰지마 서시 숲드네마 팀네 아니지 서시 월이야 랑게 처럼 오는 게 렌차게 되지 네 불륜 차베 심지엔 당지 등기 당 양직 처리원 되어 있는 신질라서 봐 디지 가르쳐야 되지 구줄이야 구줄 가난도 친수 삼바 안 되게 되지 침네 정말 봤다 렌차 되게 됐다. 오늘 좀 불륜 최소 삼바로지. 다 간다 드리지 삼 동안 들어 먹고 싶어. 다 디너 미선 디나 작송도 와. 좀 삼다나 저기 기로 봐.
Then all of this filth leaves your body in the form, leaves your body, and it dissolves into the powerful golden earth below you. Now, some instructions say here that you should visualize that then you can visualize that there are beings in the earth that it dissolves into, that there are the karmic creditors, the people from whom you have karmic debts in past, all of the spirits and so forth. And you imagine that it flows down and it goes into their mouths. As it goes into their mouths, you imagine that you have paid off all of your karmic debts from the past. Although this is not specifically said here, I think it is okay to visualize this as well.
Tene ishigi duzi rani gi lu khane chu thama ya lu be chu ya lu ne an ju gi doji simbege ane shabgi thebon la riversam.
Then the wisdom nectar fills your body, and as it does so, then the excess overflows from your body and touches Vajrasattva's toe. And you need to visualize this over and over again.
풍대에서야 여러 풍대에서야 가라서나 닝갈래야 에너지 딕립 탐지 닝갈래야 나풍이 여고 검 텔레야 되네 가수에 야 두지 gün기 가수에 두지 gün디 텔라 포바점 기베 가수에 나풍한테 다 떠르니 아니 매워서들 풍대에서야 그런데
Going from bottom to top, there's also a visualization of the mass of the obscurations. You imagine that all of your misdeeds and obscurations are gathered in a black sooty mass in your heart, and that the nectar touches them, and at that moment they are all dispersed. And so that is the visualization of the mass of the mass of misdeeds. And so these are various different visualizations that you may do or not as you like.
Tatne tamadeleya tene temojane ngombodane mishi mongba is la swabe ki swendip de jeba da nyamdo jiwi lama doji samba tu gebe su sen zumba da jen oda kyorang be digital ni nima tarini sonde ane takwa inno cheje tendejigi karshu maashin 우용 사람을 다지 encourage 사람을 다지 생대 우용 생대 전에 아니데 주일라마도 지스마다 랑 팀비 아니지 라마도 정이다 랑데 룽아 예수나 라마도 지스메 구송도 예르마지베 교송 냠뱅아네 진짜지 지 나리아 진이 마제바라 냠바샤 내리죠.
At the end, you then join your palms and you supplicate Vajrasattva to Vajrasattva, out of ignorant delusion I have committed wrongs and so forth. And so you recite this, and then Vajrasattva is pleased with you. And Vajrasattva then says, your misdeeds...
Smile.
He smiles at you and he says that all of your misdeeds and obscurations have been purified. And so he encourages you and he praises you at this point. And then you visualize that Vajrasattva dissolves into you, and you imagine that your own body, speech, and mind become inseparable from Vajrasattva's body, speech, and mind. And then you rest within that for a few moments without altering it.
가장디 왕구두산에 구송도 예매의 교르 구송도 예매의 교스 망보지 아주 망보지 라브레 지두산 같이 삼을 거스 구송도 예매 교사데 레라버지 자와님들 다디 챈럽도만 토부주지 장글 룽아이스 라 야면안에 다 소수 타버쳐 야면안에 딱 간다 하디 나란다버지 콘도 차보 아제 차보 타도 차보 주나들이 여마지베 찬로야지 용거로와 야나 소수 콘도 메방 아제 메바 하딜 아니 콘도 메방 아제 메바 나시지 소수 차고 대마차 발래야 아니 소수는 녀몽이 본 거지 라 녀몽 가서 차도 메방 아제 메베 하지 아제다 차도 공부질리바 팀니 예메도 주서 깔아버려 인주자디 세 토브로 지레샤 드가즈지 지 마팀소 삼텐데 데 예메도 주주 저기 기제 이마라다.
Over the last few days during the empowerments, it was said over and over again that your body, speech, and mind become inseparable from the body, speech, and mind of the deity. We recited this a lot, and as we did so, I thought, this isn't so very easy. How is it that we can become inseparable from the body, speech, and mind of the deity? I think that this is a rather high threshold because if this is going to work, either you have to be completely purified yourself, or the deity has to become someone like yourself, someone like me who is angry, prideful, and envious. Then we could become inseparable. So either we have to become pure and be free of all pride and envy and so forth, or the deity would have to become angry and envious and prideful, just as we are. We ourselves have the afflictions, and so then the deity would also have to have the afflictions. So if we think that we are then going to be free of the pride and the jealousy and so forth, and the deity dissolves into us, then that is a rather high threshold for this. In any case, it's not really enough just to think that the deity dissolves into you.
지자 겁들이야 조조디 지 구송토기라 신사란다도 단도나지 상기기 정신 넘버타베 구송토 정신 넘버타베 차다 심진기 유기 룽아이스 넘버 정신 넘버타베 차니 고 상행다 토메다 다가는 신기 장조의 요명 지고차 드린 디주전 때네 아니 상기기 상기를 니들 정신 넘버타베 차대다 정의기 주 룽아이스 정신 넘버타베 차대 오예메 인라 인신도 당번에 인바차를 만다 민바지 인바차 기점만이지 인라 인신도 디 오예메를 출을 추샤와도 다들 교송사만 드리긴 알아야더니 제주메야 지 아주나주 그유 체계래야 탐매비시바 탐매기시바사죠 삼삼 탐매기시바사지 고알렌다나 마시엔도 켄사르다 다 대기 가서 쌤 남도 락바코랑이야 탐에 씹어 오늘 지나 탐에 씹었어야 돼 맞아요 봐 탐에 봐 가다 소주기 말레베 춘이 데리고 여러마다 시바라고 남도라고 돼 아이나 삼정 그게 비싸네 onda 맞아요 말레베가 안 가다 소주기 쌤이 춘이 타 진이 타 진이니 가지지 타니버 채토나 대주지 타니버 채토야지 이러지기 가서 중세지 디응하는 냠버샤도 세비미나 다디 아니지 가서 왜 다디 동이 냠내들 같이 차등만로 안드레이 디하고 있어서
The main point here is that the nature of your body, the nature of the deity's body, speech, and mind is the pure aspect of the nature of a Buddha. And this is the same as the utterly pure nature of the body, speech, and mind of sentient beings. There is no distinction in terms of good and bad, high and low, between the natures of the body, speech, and mind of a Buddha and the natures of the body, speech, and mind of sentient beings. And so the pure nature of the Buddha is just the same as the pure nature of our own body, speech, and minds. And knowing this to be so, recognizing our own nature to be as it is, then we visualize that they become this, that they dissolve. Then we visualize that they mix like pouring water into water, knowing that this is the nature. And when we do this, then we do not need to modify this. We do not need to alter it or adulterate it in any way. And so in the Kagyu tradition, we have our own particular terminology. We say the ordinary mind. And when we say the ordinary mind, if we do not know how to understand that properly, then it can sound like a very strange term. Usually, you might think that all of the coarse thoughts and coarse cognitions you have in your mind are ordinary mind, but that's not what we mean here. Here, the ordinary mind means that you don't alter the mind, you don't change it, you don't adulterate it in any way. It is the unadulterated nature of the mind. It does not mean the coarse thoughts and cognitions. And so what it means is that we rest without changing it, without adulterating it, contriving it in any way. And so here, that is what we try to do. We try to get as close to this as we can. We try to approach this as closely as we can. And then you rest within this for a short while. And if you do this, then I think it becomes a practice of emptiness and is good.
까마바 숨바랑 중도지라 미지기 딱 곰미급에 냠내 채무고 곰미급에 취지 나 여러베스다 곰제도 갈래슈도 드네도 곰미급에 냠내 채무고 취지 나 여네 나로치스 대 여러세 신도 내여스다 하데 네버도 여러스 이나양에 결혼을 곰미급에 당화제때나 결혼기 냠내 지주에면 딱 곰주에면 딱 그러마다 뜻가 샤샤마라서 곰 근데 인도스탄에 네 결혼을 곰미급에 냠내데 되나요? 결혼기 곰미급에 냠내데 곰미급에 제시만. 곰주유에 다 냠내 지주에 다 근데 인도 결혼 곰미급에 당화도 결혼을 되나 팬동만. 어디서로지? 알아도 제주 많단. 곰사디 깔레 카부여베데 오늘은 그런 깔레 카부여네 곰자마시바 인다. 야나 렐라타는 곰자마시바 인사나. 깔레 카타는 곰자마시바 말해서 라마 고만도 들으서 렐라타는 곰마시 아주 심진디 제주 많단 정도라 로콤바 인도스탄에 다 결혼을 흘르치 아니디 가르쳐다지 흘르치 되서서 수 담으러 다녀로 내가 급잡을 인도스탄 임지도 저러 흘르치 take it easy and just 수 담을 내고도 그 강라로 쳇고 어디 디소를 내집다 다 제인 다 때문에 지금 다는 관전으로 기밥도
There was someone who once came to the third Karmapa Rangjun Dorje and who said, meditation is far too difficult for me. Is there some practice that you can do without meditating? And Rangjung Dorje replied to him, of course there is. Most certainly. There of course is a practice that you can do without meditating. But if I give it to you, you have to check it out to see really whether it's true that you don't have to meditate or not. If you don't go through the effort of trying it, you won't find out whether you need the meditation. So before I give it to you, you need to see whether you need to meditate or not. Otherwise, if I give you this instruction, it will not be of any benefit to you. And so it is like this. Basically, we ordinary beings, we do too much in our minds. We contrive too many things in our minds. And for that reason, when we come to meditating, is it because when we don't know how to meditate, is this because meditation is too difficult? Or is it because meditation is too easy? It's not because meditation is too difficult. The great masters of the past have said instead it's because meditation is far too easy. And yet we, ordinary sentient beings, we contrive too many things. We try to change and alter things in our minds too heavy. We are always exaggerating things or denying them. And so it's like when you're told to just sit and be loose, then we're not able to do it. When someone says to you, relax, then you immediately get tighter. When you're about to get a shot, then the doctor will say to you, just relax and relax there. And then what happens? You immediately get more tense. And so it's like that. So now you can go to the restroom if you would like.
打开生命电视台，梵音妙语时时闻，菩提花朵处处开，弘扬佛陀众善法，慈悲喜舍乐开。
Those who committed a great downfall will definitely see the Buddha. By reciting the 100 syllables of secret mantra, fools will gain intelligence and the unfortunate will gain fortune. Disaster and suffering will be eradicated. Even perpetrators of the 5 heinous deeds can be purified by reciting the 100 syllables. In lifetime after lifetime, they'll be born in emperors' families. Eventually, they'll be liberated and achieve Buddhahood itself.
这类虽然移动长毛的植物能早安年大，全部能因为被新观念的人际长毛的约束，即是连这类一切性。 一切是见了地方人就吧，没机会特没，这咋呢？下个餐厅是红，第鱼摊的伢都没机会特没难呀，让人能查些查些个，解决两边卡车咱们一切呢就把餐厅没，伢都日边个不能这边，早晚得了多个难。
It is said that if you exert yourself at this, minor and moderate transgressions will be fully purified. Even major ones will not increase, they will be suppressed and gradually purified. Generally, if you develop a belief in karma and result, it will be impossible not to feel remorse for wrongdoing, and then your confession will be authentic. That will purify your being, and there will be no way not to develop experience and realization. But we just follow the customs of the monasteries and race through the recitation out of obligation without genuine belief or regret. Three Vajra essences of the body, speech, and mind, the letters Om, Ah, Hum. And the reason, or how we meditate, is that we visualize at the crown of his head there is the essence of the Vajra essence of the essence of the Vajra body, a white Om. The essence of the Vajra speech at his throat, a red Ah, and the essence of the Vajra mind, a blue Hum, at his heart.
두개 홍디 이제 가르쳐요. 도갈다 홍지 지난 디나세도 샤비미나 애들이 송도 가사디 네 숨도야 주숨 되네야 두개기 매셔상으로 다들이야 가르쳐요. 주숨 좀도 마스비야 두개 매셔들이야 나왜 긴고로 띵도 다 홍이 가고 드니지 바지 공고면로 대바지 공고 유스레 두개 참여라.
Now, in visualizing the Hum at the heart, it is as it is explained here. It says his three places are marked by the three seed syllables. And then in the lower part of his heart, on a lotus and moon seat, is a white Hum. So the white Hum is in the lower part of the heart.
The number 10 Tawagabu number in the Digicom. Dene Bemagicom, Tambo Bemagicom, Didena, Ninju Samba Swing Survey, Little Bemagicom, Tate into Kuzu Chanjukism Sujel, Dawakarbusicom, Tate and Tundam Chanjukism Sujela, Dojigabo Zengaba, the Digicom, that the Dojigabo Comnanjigo, Dojigabo Magomna, that under 이제 홍가르버지 겁나 가지 저기 길에 투니즈메베 20천체에다 진짜 가서 홍가르버지 검다 텔레비전 트레네 다 20번째라고 있어요.
The moon is a symbol of relative bodhicitta, as I described before. So in essence, it is relative bodhicitta. In form, it is a white moon. And so first we visualize the lotus, which is a symbol of renunciation. Then on top of that, we have the moon as a symbol of, the white moon as a symbol of relative bodhicitta. And on top of that, we visualize a five-pronged vajra, or not. It's okay to visualize it or not. It is also fine to just visualize the white letter Hum. And this white syllable Hum is a symbol of the non-dual wisdom of the Buddhas. Then we imagine that light radiates from this and invites the wisdom deities.
The
fact that experience and realization vie with turtle fur for rarity seems to come down to this. That completes the instructions on Vajrasattva found in the Torch of True Meaning. So that completes the transmission of these.
다나 쇼베 슈벤나시데 도지 삼바지 곰네 도지 삼바디게 다네 숨도 구숭투 도지 숨긴고 다 이게 가서디 오마홍 이게 오마홍 숨 가서도 깨고 그래서 때 가라서나 아니디 가서디 자와라 지울라다 꾸도징어 이게 아가고 짐발라 송도징어 이게 아마고 투갈라 투도징어요 이거 홍팅가 너지 참 봐. 공부요 하래스.
As we began this morning, when we visualize Vajrasattva, we should then, after we visualized Vajrasattva, we should visualize that in his three places there are the and now around the white hum there is also the mantra garland, which I will explain later.
셔리 젤리야 샤리용의 걸리야 샤르게 리뷰 젤리 니마 샤리용의 걸리야 아니지 서시 탐제 외기 캬바샤바 난신기 오여스르데 페마타도 초준지는 게 감탐지 캡스냐베 배바체.
And then the light radiates out and strikes everything. And the way it radiates is like when the sun rises at dawn. As the sun comes over the mountains at dawn, its light fills everywhere. Similarly, we visualize that the light radiates out and fills all of the world realms in the 10 directions.
디기 외스르디 초주기 지딘 감 람점의 수비 야와서다 제베 다 투갈라 포버점기 안 데르비 야와서다 제바 탐지 런이기 디버종에 런이 제수 잡았다 디버종에 체르도 도지 셈베기 남발이야 최네 안 카와 부유수바는 신기 다 카와 바바도 부유수스르잖아 롱겨야 저러다 카와 부유수바는 신기 듣는 가르소를 배 상가를 제제 딱 간다